Welcome back to buffer time, I guess. Welcome back to Limbus Company, Canto 9. Welcome back to more reading. Because it's always more reading.
LC 부서입니다.
Arriving at DLC department.
야, 이건
What in the sight that greeted us was nothing like we remembered from our last visit. For the regular checkup,
이미 상황이 끝났군.
we're too late.
본사 쪽에서 제압하는 중이거나 적어도 교전이 진행 중일 거라 예상했는데
I thought HQ's reinforcement would be holding line, or at the very least that I'd walked into a battle. Yet, there was nobody left standing, much less making a run for it. All we could see were bodies slumped amongst the floor, filling the corridor in motionless silence.
이렇게까지 처참하게 당했을 줄은
This-
예상 못했는데.
This is awful. I never thought the ship would be down this badly.
파우스트 씨, LCE의 전투 가능한 인원의 비율이 어떻게 되는지 아시나요?
Valis, have you any idea how many of the LCE are actually combat ready?
직원들이 착용하고 있는 에고 장비 또한 전투에 활용할 수 있는 수준으로
Do you,
연구와 추출이 진행되었죠.
the gear they wear are researched and extracted with combat purpose in mind?
LCE는 다른 연구 부서에 비해 전투 테스트 및 실험 빈도가 작습니다. 그렇기에 직원 대다수가
The LCA
기본적인
tends
전투
to
훈련을
encounter
이수하는 데
more
앞서
combat
있습니다.
tryouts and experiments compared to the other research-focused department. The vast majority of its employees are required to have complete basic training pertaining to the aforementioned.
착용하고 있는 에고 장비
As for the
또한
ego equipment, although
전투에서 충분한 성과를 거둘
the
수
current
있는
research and extraction may
연구와
be
추출이 진행되었지만
sophisticated enough to see some considerable results in combat.
계획적인 급습을 원활히 대비할
It
수 없었던
would
것으로
seem that they were ill-equipped to handle pre-planned ambush such as this.
실험실 속
Had chance those fat nerds
거미들이
could do
뛰어다니는 실전을
anything in a
막아낼
real
수
fight,
있으니까.
let alone against the spiders out on the prowl. The memories came flooding back. Researchers jolting down our kept results on a piece of paper, and Hohenheim, this is dopey tired eyes, leafing through the files. We barely exchanged goodbyes when we rounded up the burnt out lab staff, who were already pulling their hairs out from the sheer level of stress to oversee another experiment in progress. Mercel, if you happen to notice anyone who looks like Holheim, let me know ASAP.
신원을 파악할 수 없는
I have
시체를
identified
세입했으며
three
신장이나
bodies
복장 등을
in various
고려하였을
states
때
of immediate
호행행위
recognition.
가능성은 확률적으로
Challenging,
매우 낮습니다.
however. Their status in the tire makes me extremely unlikely that any of them are Holheim. From the looks of it, they probably didn't even get the chance to put up any meaningful resistance before they were killed. With a grim look in his eyes, Gregor examined the bodies strewn across the floor.
32구의 시체 중
Out of 32
26구의
bodies,
시체가
26
동일한 외상을 보유하고
show
있습니다.
identical physical trauma. Identical.
공통적으로 흉부 중앙, 심장
Every
있는
one of them
위치, 나선형의 관통상이 있으며
them had a
흉기는
spiral
시체들의 손에
shaped
쥐어진 나선과 유사한 물체로
perforation
추정됩니다. 관리자님,
at the center of the chest, over where the heart is. The cause of death seems to be the same type of spiral weapon they were holding in their hands, manager.
이 나선 이분들이
These
스스로 빠낸 것
spirals, I
같아요.
think they pulled them out themselves. But why would
부드럽군.
soft? Risha casts her gaze down, quietly eyeing her palm. From the cryptic words and contented look on her face, I could easily guess that she was taking a trip through the shadows of her past, touching the invisible object in her with her palm, and feeling the texture is such as something that should have been in her hands. And I've been through enough to know that would be revisiting her past together. However, what I witnessed is completely different from the memories of other sinners so far. The vision I saw was completely fragmented, as if a blade has cut our memories into pieces. With Ryoshi's memories, something did indeed rest in her palm. However, I can't even make out whether it's hue is closer to black or white. Was it some kind of food, a weapon, or something else entirely? Even the expression in her crossed face when she saw it, and the words that spilled from her lips in that moment escaped me. One thing I saw for sure, though, was that the person who in all likelihood has given it to her was letting out a lazy puff of smoke into the air, watching Yoshi's reaction in complete ease. I gazed back upon the cryptic scene of Ryoshi memories that has flashed before my eyes. Ryoshi, is there anything you remember?
사루.
Saru.
기억나는 건 이름뿐이고.
That's the name all I can remember. You mean,
시계.
you
너도 들여다봤듯이
as you've seen clock,
내
my mind
머리는
has been
난도질탕에
hacked
있다.
to tatters.
순서도
sequence
모습도
has-
제각각 엉켜있지.
The sequences and the shapes, everything is tangled.
그러니 나는 기억에
There
대해
is
설명할 수 있는
nothing
것이
I can
없다.
explain about my memories.
상황 파악은 어느 정도 된것
Scenes were gotten in the
일어날 수 있는
gist of the
최악의
situation.
사태는
The worst case scenario here would be
외부의 침입과 함께
a breach from the outside happening while
빅팀이
abnormalities, distortion, and
동시다발적으로 탈출하는 상황이다.
oh no, and Percatula break containment all at once.
와, 그건 진짜
Wow.
상상도 하기 싫은데.
Now that's a
수용자들을
situation I
상대하면서
really don't
탁상
want to think
동물들까지
about.
같이 제압해야 하는 거잖아.
We've been fighting trespassers and all kinds of monsters broken loose.
그래.
Precisely.
그리고 우리는 지금
That sums up our present
최악의 사태에
circumstance.
휘말렸지.
Right.
그렇구나.
Well, this is waste no time delivering the conclusion that killed everyone's morale.
순서대로 나열하자면
Let's start from the beginning.
1차적으로
First, the LC department found itself under attack by a group of unidentified
시각은
hostiles 2 hours
지금으로부터 약
prior.
2시간 연구원들을 살해한
The weapons used to massacre the researchers are not
다양한
uniform.
무기를 사용한
The victims
것으로
appear to
보입니다.
have been killed by various assortment of arms.
딸,
My darling daughter,
보렴.
eyes on
가장
me
긴 궤적을 그리는
when
직선의
using
무기를
straight
사용할
weapons
때만
that leave the furthest reaching arcs.
나를 보렴.
Eyes on me when using weapons that
작은
kill.
틈새로
It's the
목숨을
tiniest
앗아가는 무기를 사용할
incision.
때만 보렴.
Eyes on me when using flexible
다
weapons
그것을
that crush
붙들어있는 유연한 무기를 사용할 땐 말이지.
anything it makes contact with.
그놈답게 엉켜
What a tangled mess, just like that bastard.
어떤 무기들이
Hard to tell what
쓰였는지
kind of weapons
파악하기도 쉽지
were
않은
used here.
거다.
Damn. Yoshi whipped her hair back, frowning her eyebrows in annoyance.
최소 3개 이상의 무기를
Safe to say
능숙하게 사용하는 자라고
That the
봐야겠고.
killer is adapted with 3 different types of
다시
weapons.
이어서
Moving
말하자면
on.
침입자들의 기습은 예측할 새도 없이 순식간에 수행되었고
This was a
LC에서는
surprise attack
제대로 된
carried out without
반격조차 이루어지지
any
못했다.
delay whatsoever. And
학살에
the
가깝다고
LC
볼
had
수
no
있지.
time to even plan a counterattack. It was, for a lack of better words, a massacre.
주목해야 하는 사실은 여기
Now that something has demanded our attention,
이들이 환상체의 격리
it appears
실험을 개방한
the
것은
invaders and the
습격이
abnormalities containment
성공적으로 종료된
units.
이후로 보인다.
Here's the invaders had the opened only after they confirmed that the surprise attack has been carried out successfully.
이상하긴 하네요.
It sure is fish. That sure is fishy.
보통은 그
I
반대로
mean,
하려고
wouldn't
하겠죠.
it be wise the other way around?
먼저 격리실
Unlock
문을
the containment
개방시켜서
units first,
상황을
let the monsters wreak havoc
만들어내면
throughout the facility, and
그
then swoop
혼란을 틈타
and turn the
마무리하는
chaos
것이
to
더
finish off the
수월할
stragglers.
테니까요.
That could be easily the easier course of action.
그래,
Indeed, the
일반적으로
enemy's
합법한
strategy
전략은
is
아니지.
highly unusual.
이런 변칙적인 수를 둔 이유는
As for why they resorted to
가지
such
정도의
unusual
추측을 해볼
moves,
수 있다.
there are 2 probable explanations.
첫 번째로는
Firstly, that
이들은
the enemy may
양동작전
be
따위가 필요 없을 정도의
compromised of fighters
실력자라는
skilled enough to forgo a diversion tactic.
트럭에서 카론 씨를
I mean, they could be more.
그자 정도의 실력을 갖춘 이들이
I mean, there could be
열어줄
more
수도 있다는 것이겠네요.
who are as strong as that woman in the truck who kidnapped Karen.
두 번째는
Secondly,
일종의 후속 대처를
The
위해
enemies may have a purpose
일부러 환상체를
to
탈출시켰을
unleash
가능성.
the abnormalities from the cage as a follow-up measure.
후속 대처?
Follow-up measure?
혹
Off thou
그들이
implying
습격했다는
those
사실을
villains sought to
숨기기 위해서라는
disguise their vile attack?
아니,
No, the chance of a cover-up is almost
시체를 집어먹는
non-existent
환상체가
unless
있었다면 모를까.
they had precise knowledge of
이렇게 특징적인 상흔을
scavenger
남겨놓고서 할 만한 기만 작전은
abnormalities
아니겠지.
that could devour the corpse clean. The enemies would never have left such identifiable wounds on their victim.
좀 더 타당한 건
It makes more sense
우리와
that their
같이
goal
후속으로
was to
진입해
delay
보사의
HQ's
지원군을
reinforcement
지연시키려는 목적이
and
있을
keep
거다.
them from reaching the scene on time as we did.
시간을 끈다는 건
A delay tactic, I see.
그렇군요.
Maybe they're
뭘
looking
찾고
for
있나 보죠?
something or someone.
그래.
Possibly,
분명한 표적을 갖고 침입했을
then
가능성이 높다.
they must have had a specific objective in mind when they broke through.
저들이 찾는 것이
Which means whether they're looking, whoever they're looking for, or whatever they're looking for, should be somewhere,
찾는데 오랜 시간이
something
소요되는
elusive,
곳이어서 저희의 발을
and so
묶어놓아야
hidden
하는
that to, yeah, to just to buy themselves some time.
서둘러야겠어.
We need to hurry then, and I need to talk faster, not just let them talk. Oh hey, battle! Oh hey, Peccatulum! Time for burn.
뜀박질 시간.
유혈적 폭력 사태 발생 중. 열차 내에 남아 있는 정리 요원은 신속한 상황 종료를 위해 노력해 주십시오.
받아볼 텐가. 그래.
Press
그렇게
bullet.
시원하게 처리해. 보는 맛이 나는군.
I would say nothing like a
덜 답답한
warm-up
일이지.
Peccatulum fight, but we've already dealt with. I've already done a mirror dungeon run prior to starting.
단격발.
그렇게 계속하면 좀 오래 걸릴걸. 그렇게 갖다 붙이면 불협화음이 생기잖아. 바위는 가위를 이기고 가위는 볼을 이기고 그런 게 정해져 있는 데 이유가
Save that for
있으니까.
turn.
뭐 바위를 자르는 가위를 만들고 싶은 거라면 발명가로서 응원해주고 싶기는 해.
We have to deal with 11 enemies. The music remains amazing, because of course it does. Limbus. You attack you. Who are you attacking? Otis.
날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어.
Thank you, RNG.
전투 감각 하나만큼 수감자가 되어도 불문하긴 하군. 이제 그 도통 알아들을 수 없는 말투를 붙이면 딱 좋겠어. 4번 수감자. 쓰러져? 뜨거리도 없는 새끼.
전의 위대한 일격을 기록하는 중이라니.
Lovely.
이따가 버스에서 회고해야 하지 않겠는가?
I have one more turn of speed.
더 처리할 먹잇감이 있나?
It's 9 to... I can't have over chance. And that gives me 8, so yeah, no, I have a guaranteed chance.
단번에 끝낸다.
안심이라. 고통은 없어.
그렇게 서 있으면
나는 저렇게 뭘 망가뜨리는 걸 쳐다보고 있는 게 마음이 아프더라. 뭐 폭주하는 기계를 멈추려면 제일 먼저 발전기를 부숴야 하겠지만
You.
그래도 만든 노력이 있을 텐데.
You. You. Who are you targeting? Ryosho. I can switch targeting. That's that. Maybe that's that. Efficiency!
숨통 끊기. 격발적 안심이라.
원더프레스 선택이었어 나리! 전의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
혈염도 바로 와.
약점을 찔렀어.
그 짧은 감성 메르소의 가르침이군요.
대답 정도는 해주십시오.
꿰뚫은 줄도 모를걸.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동에 약 14%의
Yeah, early-
정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
Early game, and as in early in the round, be difficult, but then it just kind of ramps up into a death spiral.
받아볼 텐가.
일발장전.
결정 영화.
Normally I would enjoy that, but yeah, applies all the damage to one target, but also we have a stowaway target.
대련이니까 여기까지.
괜히 목숨을 걸지 마. 내가 가주가 된 이상 너도 내가 돌봐야 할
You,
홍원의 사람이니까.
you. You. Like you.
발톱 세워.
숨통 끊기.
제법 좋은 일격이. 저런 실력 있는 해결사가 도시에 많아져야 할 텐데 말이야.
더 노력해야겠네요.
어쩌면 나.
And now we just go in for the kill.
당연한 말씀을. 아가씨 영악하면 완벽한 승리 축하드립니다. 아가씨. 이 정도의 성과라면 4대 가문의 자제들도 인정할 수밖에 없을 겁니다.
좋은 수업 덕분이지.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
I forget how you get from EXing. Till next time.